EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From perpetually sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, it's live opening round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. It is called the People's Open. Enthusiastic crowds have been the norm. 700,000 fans expected through the turnstiles this week. As we check the early leaderboard, the leader right now is Adam Long. He's off to a 4-under start. So let's get out to the course as we pick up the action starting at the par 4 11. So Frank, week 4 now on the PGA Tour. We said last week that there were a unique set of traditions at Pebble Beach. This tournament, unique in a different way. I have to think for a young golfer like the one we'll be following today, this can be an intimidating place to play if you're not prepared. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a great choice of words, Rich. It does intimidate you because when you go through the tunnel at 15 and then you go into that cauldron, coliseum, whatever you want to call it, of 16, and you see 30,000 people surround it like a baseball diamond, that's something I know when I first did it for the first time. I'd never experienced anything like that. Your heart rate goes uncontrollable. You go into like this sort of crazed frenzy. So, yeah, this is no tradition here. That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really, outside chance for birdie.
That's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. So that brushed in for a par here at 11. And he'll hold steady at +3. Such a thrill playing in the Masters as a professional for the first time. Frank, if you could take me back to your first round, your first tournament, what do you remember most about that experience?
Good and bad, really. It was the first cut that I missed as in a major championship. But in those days, they didn't use the top 50 of the world rankings, so I really didn't get into my sort of early mid-30s. But I don't really want to talk about my first round. But by virtue of that, I got drawn with the late great Arnold Palmer on the Friday, and I sort of wanted to get out of town as quick as I could. But I watched the great man play the golf course, and I saw lines that I never ever saw when I played my practice rounds. I got to play alongside a guy that obviously had put on a green jacket more than once. And while that was a Masters I'd like to forget for different reasons, the very next year I finished 4th. So I credit that to my rookie year and playing with a man that basically could play the golf course backwards in Arnold Palmer.
This from 7 feet. Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. Par 5 13th, chance for birdie or maybe even eagle if you're bold and brave enough. But also, Frank, chance for disaster here?
Well, there is. Water very much in play down the right side. There's a bunker down the left too. If you finish up in that, there's no way you're going for this par 5 and 2. Then it becomes a little bit of a zigzag mission. The second shot either has to be hit down the right side, just skirting that bunker in the front, or it has to be all carry.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. And that's going to come up short. It's in the big bunker in front of this 13th green. Third shot coming up now from the bunker. Just too tough to control out of the sand. That one unable to hold the green. It'll run off into the short stuff. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he'll remain at +4. So after the fun at the par 5 13th, you have to knuckle down here at the par 4 14th. It is 490 yards, and par is an excellent score here on this hole. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
160 gets him to the hole. Pin is on the front left part of the green.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
A lot of movement coming left here. This for birdie.
Boy, he left that short and he didn't have the break right.
No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is. Now at the par 5 15th, and Frank, there is plenty to catch your eye. There's also quite a bit to catch your ear. You can hear the roars at the par 3 16th. So how do you focus on the task at hand?
Great question, Rich. You realize you're about to enter the stadium part of the golf course, but this is the last par 5 that you're going to play. We've seen eagles here over the years. We've seen many a player hit it in the water off the tee or water short of the green. Certainly one of the tougher tee shots coming in. No bunkers here to worry about, just that huge lake to the left. Find the fairway. You might just find the green.
Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Okay, that's going to come to rest in the rough as that rolled all the way through this long 15th green, but it is safely on that island.
Oh, huge mistake. That's motored on by it.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And this is back up the slope. Fortunately, not a great deal of movement to it, but there is a little bit of right to left.
Oh, yeah, why not? From downtown, that in for a birdie here at 15. So one round in the books. Frank, how would you assess what you saw from this golf course?
I think the golf course was the star, Rich. Really, there's enough good holes out there, some strong par 4s.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Sonoran Desert and always entertaining TPC Scottsdale, it's live second-round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. It is known as the greatest show on grass, and it has lived up to that moniker through the first couple of rounds as we take a look at the Friday leaderboard. We're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. Let's get into the action as we pick things up at the par 3 7th. And that's certainly not what you have in mind standing on the tee box. That never had a chance of hitting the green. This one measures out to 15 feet. Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And that's going to drop them down the leaderboard just a bit. Frank, the par 4 8th, this is a good hole.
It is a dogleg to the left, forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly it at least 20 yards or so into that green. Otherwise, that ball is going to run towards the front.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, you really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll stay right where he is. We close out the front 9 with the 454-yard par 4 9th. Avoid the right-hand bunker off the tee, and you should have a good look into this green, which is separated by a large hump running right through the middle of it. Going to work this up that left-hand side. Yeah, that's a good tee shot right there. Got a little extra run out. That's where you want to be. PGA Tour moves back to California next week. We'll be at Hogan's Alley in Riviera Country Club just west of Los Angeles for the Genesis Invitational. Frank, we go from hysteria to history.
Oh, you do, yeah. Humphrey Bogart's tree on the left side of the 12th hole is still there, and it's still a feature. A huge sycamore tree there that kicks the odd ball away from the green. It's good. The whole golf course is in a sort of a bowl, so you get these swirling winds. I know they've tried to renovate the golf course over the last few years. It's actually made the fairways a little wider, but another straight-up test. I mean, the West Coast swing, you really have to bring your game.
That's in for his par. He'll remain +1 for his round. Beginning the back nine with a 428-yard par 4-10. Sharp dogleg to the right, offering several options off the tee. Cut the quarter with a driver and contend with a small bunker and trees, or opt for a fairway wood. That brings bunkers on both sides into play.
Smoked that tee shot. Can't believe it finished in the first cut.
All right, so just a step or two into that first cut. Here's his second to the par 4.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And he let quite a few opportunities slip through the cracks on the front side, so he'd love to take advantage here.
That's the way to start the backside. A perfect read. It's a birdie at number 10. And he's going to need a little bit more of that, as he is still 2 shots outside the cut line on this Friday. Now at the par 4 11th, Frank, I really like this hole.
Well, you might be the only one, Rich, because this is an absolute scorecard wrecker. Water all the way down the left side. There's 2 bunkers. Don't worry about that. They're not off the tee. They're around the green. They protect the left front and the back. If you think you can bail out down the right side, well, you could find cactus and all sorts of crazy things down the right. And believe me, go down there, more than anything, they'll wreck your scorecard as well.
This one's starting a little bit right.
Decent break. It finished in the first cut. Another bounce or two. Might have been in the thicker stuff. Imagine a miss club, because that ball sailed past the flag. Really just fortunate to stay on the back of the green.
always so frustrating when you hit a putt that comes up that short.
Now a 7-footer.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll remain right where he is. Well, 16 at TPC Scottsdale is the most famous, but maybe the most beautiful par 3 of the golf course is right here, the 12th, with that peninsula green and water all down the right side and the 2 deep bunkers protecting the left. This is an excellent par 3. Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And he'll stay right where he is. So that's where this tourney will end for our featured golfer. Their 2-round score falling outside the cut line.
And if you focus on anything other than that, then you're doing yourself a disservice. It happens. Believe me. Move on.
So that's it for us. For Frank,